Hey everyone, this is Jason Fitzgerald from StrengthRunning.com, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about minimalist running shoes and some of the exact shoes that I wear in my own day-to-day training and how I use minimalism in my own training. So I want to start first with the Asics Speedstar. This is my flagship training shoe and something that I wear for I'd say about 60 to 70% of my mileage. This shoe doesn't have a medial post. You'll see on the inside right here, there's no roll bar. And for me, it really works because it's not too high off the ground. There's not a lot of support. And the upper is fairly minimalist. I'd say that it's built by the manufacturer as a minimalist shoe that you can use to race for a half marathon or a marathon. I'll wear this for a long run of 17, 18, 19 miles, and even for my recovery days. What I tend to do is alternate it with an even more minimalist shoe, but I tend to wear this for the slightly longer days. So you don't necessarily have to go minimalist for every run of the week. In fact, I wouldn't recommend it. But you can use it as a tool, like I've talked about before, to get the most benefits. So the second shoe that I wear most frequently, this is the Adizero Nana by Adidas. In this shoe, it's a little bit closer to the ground. It's about, off the top of my head, I think it's about ½ an ounce lighter. And this shoe I'll wear for speed workouts if I don't want to change into a flat. Or I'll wear this for runs anywhere up to 10 miles long. So this is another really good way for me to add a little more variation into my training. I like to wear 2 to 3 pairs of shoes most days during the week so that I can stress my body in slightly different ways. And then if I really want to go minimalist, I'll wear this. This is the Asics Hyperspeed. This is what I'll wear in a road race. I'll also wear it for shorter runs, maybe 4, 5, 6 miles if I'm doing a shakeout or a really easy day. And I'll sometimes bring them to the track or to a part of the trail where I'm doing a workout and change into them to do a tempo or a track workout. If you haven't worn flats before, or if you haven't been doing any minimalist or barefoot running, I wouldn't recommend jumping into a full workout or a race just yet in flats or spikes. My recommendation is to bring them to the track for a workout, do some strides in them just to get a feel for them, and then also, after you got accustomed to them doing something like that, then the next step would be to wear them for maybe half of your workout. So you can change really quickly in between intervals so that you can get a little bit of running in a much more low-to-the-ground, light shoe, without really overtaxing your lower legs. So now that I've shown you the shoes that I run in, I want to show you some more of the casual shoes that I wear that help me to stay low to the ground, wear less shoe, rely more on my legs for support as opposed to a significant arch support or a big bulky heel. So here, this is not a minimalist shoe. This is my fancy black dress shoes that I'll wear when I want to look fancy and seem important. But this is something that a lot of people might wear to work, something similar. Ladies, you might be wearing heels. Maybe one of the worst things you can do for your feet and your lower legs. So instead of something like this, I do wear this when I have to wear a suit and be fancy, but instead I will always opt for something a little bit more low to the ground. This is like a driving loafer. Compared with the rest of the shoe, there's a very minimal heel. It's very light. There's no support here up on the upper. And so when I'm walking around in something like this, I feel like I'm wearing, like a flat or almost like a moccasin, because there's really no support. There's no support laterally, and there's really no heel to it. And something that's even less formal, and you can tell how often I wear these because they're getting pretty beat up. These are Sperry Topsiders. They're boat shoes, and these are incredibly flexible. You can twist them, you can bend them almost however you want. You know, there's no support at all. When I first got them, I felt that my foot was sliding off the sole. So it's really taught me to, you know, use my foot for stability a little bit more. And, you know, this is a shoe that, you know, once you get used to it, I don't feel comfortable unless I'm in a shoe that puts me really low to the ground and gives me the kind of flexibility that I'm looking for. So last but not least is this funny looking shoe. This is a Sanuk shoe, and it's technically a sandal. You can tell that the sole of the shoe is a sandal sole, and what they've done is just put just loose fabric. You know, there's no support to this at all, and they've fashioned it so that it covers your foot. You know, it's not really good for the winter, but if you're out in the fall or the spring and it's a little bit too cold for sandals, you can still get that great sandal feel, and just with a little bit of covering for your foot. So I just want to end by saying real quickly again, you know, you don't have to go minimalist all the way. If you're just starting out, it's important to use minimalism as a tool to get stronger and to improve your running form. And there are a lot of different options for you, both in running shoes and in casual shoes, so that you can choose a shoe that works for you on a daily basis. And it's important to switch up the kinds of shoes that you're wearing. You know, like my day-to-day trainer is much different than the flat that I might wear during a workout. And then if I'm going to change into a shoe real casual with jeans like this, that's going to stress my foot in a much different way. But again, they're all putting me fairly close to the ground. None of them have that big bulky heel or medial support underneath the arch. None of these shoes have a significant arch support. And I found that after wearing shoes like this all the time, once I do put on a pair of bulky dress shoes, or if I happen to run in a big trainer like the Asics Kayano comes to mind, I'll actually be sore after that because my feet and legs aren't able to move in a more natural way. So I just want to encourage everyone to experiment with what works for them. It's going to be different on a person-to-person basis, but trying out different shoes, running shoes and casual shoes, you're going to be able to find something that enables you to get closer to the ground and be more comfortable. Thank you.